Hello again. You know, as humans, we're funny little creatures. We've got something deep inside us that just makes us want to rule by fear and being imposing and being the fiercest, the biggest, the toughest to keep the rest of the tribe in line. There's generally, I know I'm oversimplifying here, but two kinds of people. You got the leaders and you got the followers. The leaders give into that instinct of rule by power and force and be aggressive and be forceful and be forward. And then you've got the followers who are like, well, okay, we'll just do what you say. I'm sure you've got our best interests in heart. You're our leader. We'll follow. It's fine. It's always a rule by fear mentality. Do what I say, how I say it, or there will be punishment. It happens constantly. Okay, you've got, let's say, the US government who are standing over their people tall and proud and saying, well, you're going to do things this way and we're going to take away your right to do these things by your own free will for your own benefit. It's, you know, just in case the bad guys come. If we let people do this, the bad guys will do the bad things and then horrible things will happen and your life will become a living misery. And we see it constantly in the world's religions as well. Not all of them, but I feel safe in saying most of them are like, do things this way, live by our rules, or else you will suffer eternal punishment and damnation and suffering. Or maybe we'll just kick you out of our club, and where will you get your happy, happy, joy, joy feelings then? I can already hear you screaming, so what's your bloody point? What has this got to do with the title of this video? Well, it's really simple. I was walking through town earlier, and here in Launceston they've got a PA system all the way through the centre of the city, and they've been pumping Christmas carols constantly through the damn things for the entire month of December, and it's about to make me go insane. You know, it's getting to the point where if I spend much more time letting my ears be assaulted by awful renditions of crappy Christmas carols, I'm gonna take someone's life and then my own. So my point is, I was wandering through town earlier today and I was listening to the classic Christmas carol, well maybe it's not a carol, Christmas song, Santa Claus is Coming to Town. And it suddenly struck me like a great blue lightning bolt of clarity. Not only are we ruling society as a whole with fear and threats, but we're indoctrinating our children into that mentality. The whole song is about watching out because Santa Claus is coming to town. You'd better watch out, Santa Claus is coming to town. He knows when you're sleeping, he knows when you're awake, he knows if you've been bad or good, so be good, for goodness sake. We're promising kids a terrible future of no happy joy feelings on Christmas Day with no presents if they're bad. Santa Claus is coming to town, so be good for goodness sake. Well, that's the whole point, that's bullshit. You're not being good for goodness sake. You're not being good just for the sake of being good. You're being good because if you're bad, the big red psychopath is gonna know and you're gonna be in trouble. You're not gonna have any presents on Christmas morning and it's gonna be a miserable time. You know, I hear it all the time. People really concerned about the future of our kids. What kind of world are we gonna leave for them? What kind of legacy are we leaving the little children? Well, if you're so concerned about that, you can start right here at Christmas by utterly refusing to indoctrinate them in the ways of ruling by fear and punishment. Because, you know, you want them to be a little bit stable. You should be teaching your kids that being good for goodness sake is the right thing to do. If you're good to people, you get that weird little karma thing where you feel good. And chances are people are going to respond to you by being good back. Doesn't always work like that because we live in a shitty world, but it's a good start, I think. Catch you next time. And be good, for goodness sake. Not because the giant red man is coming to punish you! Was that over the top? Probably.